Okay, how are we doing? How are we doing? Is audio okay? Very good. I don't think we need to see this anymore. So today is going to be a really short stream, less than an hour. I have to be somewhere. We are going to be continuing the tiling work from last time. I might just do a very small recap. But let me first just adjust a few things. Okay, first things first. Let's pour ourselves some coffee. Damn good coffee. Damn good coffee. Okay. Then I think we should make this bigger, at least a little bit. Is this the, oh, that's okay. That's cool to know. That's cool to know. Let's also make this thing a little bit bigger. Navigate to all the places. I think we need to pull the changes from our laptop as well. I did some unrelated bug fixing elsewhere. Okay. And that, let's maybe set it up as well. Compilation. Very well. Okay, so no, not that. This. So this is the text editor. It's still pretty rudimentary. There's like, I don't know, I think you can navigate around, like see stuff, and you can go to different files. You have syntax highlighting. You have like a simple indentation thingy that sort of works, but as you can see, there's no tabs, there's no multiple views or anything. Well, actually, sort of there almost are now. So this is what we're working on now. So if I press a command called cx3, which is what Emacs calls it, I can split the view into two. Now, this mostly doesn't work correctly yet. So I don't even know how to enumerate all the issues this has. So I'm just trying to fix them. Great. My neighbor just decided it's a good time to start drilling. I hope it's not going to be too distracting on the video. Well, let's see about that. Anyway, so we have like a view on the left, we have a view on the right. I think, yeah, we already like rendered the cursor only in the active view, which is good. We still render selection for both. We still render the parentheses highlight for both, the matching parentheses highlight. Otherwise, let's see. Of course, it's like super ugly. There's no padding where there should be. Also, it looks like if you do it like just right, the views actually do overlap. So when we call the selection, you see it's like correctly called, but then we like render one more character here. There's also something we need to fix apart from adding that padding. And yeah, as you can see, like the list goes on and on. I think we also want this bottom row, which is called the mode line in Emacs. You will need to have that per view, not just like per everything. So there's stuff we need to do. I would maybe start with turning off selection rendering if this is not the active view. This should be super easy. And yeah, by the way, this stream is going to be like super short, so we'll do what we can do, and then we eventually in like 50 minutes we have to stop. Let's see what we can get done until then. Okay. So when we navigate to our editor file, let's see, we draw the selection somewhere over here. I just searched for it by knowing the constant of the color that we paint the rectangles. So there's like this huge section called layout and draw selection, and it does stuff. We did this last stream where we modified this to render selection either on the left or on the right. So there's like actually like 4 cases there. Like one is if both the start and the end is on a single line, but then there's like this single line single line case, but then there's a multi-line case where you do something for the line where the selection starts, you do something else for the line where the selection ends, and then you do something else for all the lines in the middle, where you basically select everything. Is this what we should be doing? Did we break this? I think we might have. Oh no, this is Emacs. Oh my god. My editor is starting to look so much like Emacs. Sometimes I get confused which ones are actually running. Yeah, so if you navigate to that place in our editor, yeah, this is more like it. This is more like it. Okay, anyway. So we just want to turn this off for the non-active panel. And I think we already have a variable telling us whether the panel is active. So this should be a simple matter of extending this if statement. I think, yeah, this should be matching to that. Okay. Is it panel is active? Yeah. Well, almost. Okay, so now we go here and we have selection here. Okay, this is some crap we need to fix. This is a different issue, I think. Selection here. If I switch the active thing to the other one, we have selection here. Now, it stands to reason that like if I now click here, even though this one is active, we should change which one is active, which we currently don't. Although like most of the things actually work. So maybe let's switch that. Okay, so there's a so we've just seen like this is panel is active thing, and here's where we do the drawing, And actually, like, the mouse interaction is a little bit upstream from this piece of code. So when we query this a little bit later, this is already gonna be up to date. So now we basically go a little bit up, see where all the mouse interaction is, and like, look, this is like mouse selection scrolling, which is this thing that you can like go to the border of the view and scroll. There is, well, this is entirely like the mouse selection stuff, which is basically where we want to be, I think. Received mouse interaction. Yeah, this is like moving the cursor when we drag the mouse around. Interesting. Yeah, I see. Basically, when this happens, we just want to activate the current one. So I sort of have to remind myself how we do that, but it shouldn't be that hard. Okay, let's go to editor. So there's this active view thingy, and like if the active view is the full view, then this is our panel index, and otherwise we have a left and right. So basically, I think we need to ask something akin to this. If editor active view is not equal to full, we might as well just do a match, I think, like this. So if it's full, we don't do anything. If it's left, aha, this is not what we're actually doing. Oh, let's revert a little bit. I think this was sort of correct. So if this is a full view, there's nothing to switch to really. Maybe we could do it unconditionally, it doesn't really matter that much. Okay, let's do it unconditionally. So Howard panel. What if we also have its index? Is that a possibility for us? Yeah, we get a pointer. That's not exactly what we want. That's not exactly what we want. Well, maybe we can get panel for mouse cursor. What if we also get a panel index back? Because why not? I guess This one should also do the same, just for consistency, right? So we return the panel, we return the index. Now, hovered panel. And hovered panel index. We get here. Now, down here with mouse thingies, we do yeah, this is okay. This is okay. We want to set it to the active one, but to do that is a little bit weird. Do we iterate? Okay, I'll just write the dumb version of the code, and maybe we'll figure out a way to simplify it a little bit later, because it doesn't just come to mind. The good version doesn't come to mind. Let's put it that way. So if we do if active panel is not equal to full, well, we've come full circle, I think. I still don't know whether this is the way to do it. It's just that it's what's coming to mind. So this is going to be a no-op because there's nothing to switch to. If the active panel says left, we do check something, which is if hovered panel index is equal to editor right view panel index, we do something which is basically editor active panel. So this is actually active view. Editor active view becomes right. For right, we do the exact opposite. So if, yeah, let's just copy paste this left, wait, yeah, left. So we do switch that around. The question is, do we also need to update something we have already queried? Because the hovered panel, this is not changing really, because the mouse is not moving. Is there like an active panel variable? I think there is. Oh, I see. I mean, the query it's in places, but not globally anymore. I think that's maybe even for the better. Panel interaction, 2 mini panel. Okay, here we query it for rendering. Oh, that's interesting. We can test some things like this. Okay, then I guess there's like nothing to fix for us really. Let's try this out. Maybe this will actually just do a good thing once we fix the compilers. Okay, so we have Scratch here. We can duplicate it. We can duplicate it. Yeah, the cursor is part of the document, not part of the panel yet. So of course we cannot do that. Let's see if I switch this one to, okay, to a real source file. So now the bottom thing says version 2.jai, something, 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 something. Now we switch and it says Scratch, something, 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 something. And we should be able to navigate both independently. Okay. We're getting somewhere. We are getting somewhere. So, I mean, we can scroll both. We can select both. Oh, and we actually haven't tried, but this should change the activity. So if I make this bigger again, so now it should be version 2 down here. Now it should be Scratch. Now it should be version 2. Now it should be Scratch. All right. That's progress. So we have about 30 more minutes. There was a selection bug, but I don't think that happens anymore. Okay, this is weird. So it continues the selection from somewhere. I don't actually know from where. That this works at all is interesting. I guess they both have their own state. I'm, to be honest, not sure what should even be happening. Like when you start selecting in one and then go to the other, is there like something reasonable? Okay, I see. So Emacs just clamps it. I see. It doesn't even activate the other one for you. I guess we should be like that as well. It's like I think it should be a little bit sticky. Like if you accidentally go out, you shouldn't really accidentally do things. So let's do that. And then if we still have time, we'll try rendering 2 of these mode lines under each of those things. Okay. So this is the piece of code that actually, okay, this is the selection scrolling. And here's the selection thing. So see, we have this thing called last press was with mouse inside window, and we use it for this kind of navigation, and that was good enough when we only had one view, but now with 2 views, I'm assuming this is going to fail spectacularly. So I go here and yeah, it just doesn't scroll me anymore. And likewise, I can go here, but I cannot really go back. yeah, then there's the issue of this, which I have no idea what that is. We'll have to fix that as well. I mean, oh, it's actually just not clamping the, is it? So because I can scroll it, I assume this is, I assume the text is there. And it's just not being properly clamped. Okay, this is, wait. We have our cursor. Why? Okay, this works. I think this is sort of broken already. This the cursor lies away somewhere. I think we are incorrectly converting the world space to screen space there, which is this part. Sure, it's like mouse X plus hard panel scroll X. Okay, we also need to be taking into account that the whole view is basically offset. So I think it's just minus panel W. And I guess this is the same. Wait, let me read this code first before I go and modify it. So okay, what's this? Mouse Y. Okay, we get a row. Now we have to determine the column. The column we determine by counting stuff on the line. That's fine. But yeah, we have to adjust our starting position. So we add the scroll. Why don't we subtract the scroll is beyond me at this point. Wait, let's go into it for a bit. So this is like font compute character index online. And the mouse is somewhere. The whole document is scrolled, possibly. So if the scroll goes, okay, let's open a paint program. If this is our screen, we have our mouse somewhere, and then the document is scrolled like this. So it's plus mouse position, I guess in this case it's minus scroll, plus scroll, doesn't really. Oh, I see. I see. This is actually positive scroll, which is a little bit confusing. Like it's always about the reference frame. So if you are looking at it from the screen's position, it's like means something else. I wonder whether we need to rethink this. Maybe let me just leave a comment for that. Where's scroll here? Consider rethinking the coordinate system here. The scroll is screen centric, but maybe we want to represent it in world space, which would basically negating it. Okay, that's good enough for now. Now back here, now I understand why we add scroll, and for the same reason I think we should be subtracting the panel X, I think. So minus panel X. Worst case, I just flip the sign. Well, no, worst case, I need to figure this out, but yeah, this needs a little bit of cleanup, I think. We don't have panel X. Why not? We get it here. We get it here. Oh, we need to find it like this. Interactivity full. Well, we need to figure out. Okay. Well, let's just compute it locally. So there's going to be like a hovered panel X, and this is well, this is maybe all we need to really. So this is window W times 0.5 else 0 window. I think we computed a different way elsewhere. Oh, but this is window W. Why do we use this here? Isn't this window W? I think it is. Window W. Yeah, it's the same thing. Okay, this is hovered panel X. This is hovered panel X. So now we should be selecting in the correct place. So let's verify that. Okay, this is clearly already broken. Why? If I split, oh, now this works. And this works. But for some reason it's broken when we have a single panel. Okay, almost there. What did I mess up? So right view panel index. Wait. I don't think this is enough. The index can actually be stale if we are not in the correct mode. So I think what we need to do is also ask if basically we are not in full view, and then do this. Okay, now it works. So it tracks, then we split. It tracks on the left side, it tracks on the right side. All right. Why? Okay, this is still a little bit suspicious. So notice this animation here. We don't get it here. For whatever reason. That doesn't sound so good. Do we debug that next is the question. Actually, I don't think we get the animation at all on the left side. We get it on the right side. And if we join the view back, we get the animation again. Okay. Now, I wish I remembered how the animation is done. It shouldn't be that hard to figure out. So, received mouse interaction. So things animate. Let me find it. So here's the animation time. If we track where it's actually used, you see is like, okay, you use the animation, well, the animation time is 0, or if you interacted well, if the animation was triggered by this mouse interaction, there's like a flag stored. So now you have to track down who stored the flag. And if you do that, you can see that basically the only place that sets it is setup cursor and interpolation. Now, if you then track that, you see it's only called here. And now those two things get passed from here. And it's like whether the panel received mouse interaction or keyboard interaction. So if you go to received mouse interaction, you see you set it in a couple of places. Now, this is like if you scroll, and this is if you select. However, well, this is input state keys, mouse left and down. Let me remind myself what exactly the state flags are. Okay, so there's down, there's pressed and released. And the updater does set down and pressed. I think pressed should eventually go away. Somewhere. Oh, here. It's cleared the next frame. All right, okay. So obviously this is going to be true. Obviously this is going to be true. Now the thing is, if we have hovered panel, and I think we get here, like we say it received mouse interaction. Let's see about that. Panel received mouse interaction. And this is selection. And the panel is hovered index. So now panel 0 received mouse interaction. If I now do the split, panel 0 received mouse interaction. Interesting. So we do set the flag. It doesn't work. Now panel 1 receives mouse interaction. We do set the flag as well, but it works. Here it does not. Which means, is the flag cleared? what happens to the flag? Let's also say no check-in, so we don't forget to remove it, but also let's put it here. This for scrolling. Now received mouse. Okay, here we check for it. This should be clear transient panel flags. Okay, let's do log no check-in. Cursor and nm triggered by mouse. Triggered by mouse. And I think this is going to be false. So here it's all true. Oh wait, I mustn't do that. Now if I split the view, here it's true for one of them and false for the other one. And here it's this, wait, this is true false, this is false true. Well, just in case, we should probably for panel, do we have a panel index? I think there's some like an it index here, right? Yeah. No check-in for panel it index. At least I hope that's gonna be the thing. True for panel 0. Now we do the split. Triggered my mouse true. Interesting. Where's my animation? Why does it work on the other one? Do we clear something from the... They're the same panel. Clear transient panel flags. So wait, no, they are not the same panel. I'm mistaken. Okay. It's a... No, I don't know. Panel 0 always gets it, but we don't really... I mean, we must clear it or something, because where do we do the setup? No check-in. So this is like document, input, Huh. Huh. Okay, I think we do override the later one. So this shouldn't really be... Okay, I know what the issue is. The problem is I don't know how to fix it. I'll leave a short comment and then I have to go anyway. So in here, no check-in, which we are going to check in. Where should the animation state be stored? I don't want to be afraid to run update / animation / rendering code for all the panels all the time. But multiple views can point to the same panel. No, they can't. Multiple panels can point to the same document. Oh, that's a problem. Okay, revise. Currently it is stored on the document, but because multiple panels can do point to the same document, we stomp over our saved for our interpolation data. We should probably move all of this to panels. Okay, and that's where we stop for today. So thank you everyone who joined in. Step by step we are getting closer to having multiple panels in the editor. Maybe it will be done one day. Have a good life and see you later.